tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Okay, so we finished fourfold kamma, no? Kamma chatukka. We finished understanding kamma chatukka. 4 kinds of groups of 4 kammas together with sampatti and vipatti. So, in order to understand the sutta which we will start today, small kamma analysis sutta, no? Chula kamma vibhanga sutta. So in order to understand this Chula Kamma Vibhanga Sutta, we should not forget what we have learned until today. If we already forgot, then we cannot understand this sutta deeply. So before beginning this sutta, I want to revise everyone regarding all kinds of kammas, no? So basically, we understood when javana arises, there will be the javana, 7 javanas we separate into 3 different groups depending on the asevana pachayo, depending on the repetition condition. These all javanas have different energy, different power, different strength. Based on this strength, they have different, they have the ability to give different results. So the first javana was, what was the name? Yeah, so the kamma created in the first javana is Dittha Dhamma Vedaniya Kamma, which will give result in this very life. Then the middle 5 is called Aparapariya Vedaniya Kamma, which can give result from second future life until we attain final cessation. Then there is the last javana, which is called Upapaja Vedaniya Kamma. Upapaja Vedaniya Kamma, which is seventh javana. Please wait, no? Hello? Sir ji ko dining ढोका खुला छैन? Sir ji ko ढोका खुला छैन हो? Sorry. Then we learn about the near-death moment, Garuka Kamma, Asana Kamma, Achinna Kamma, Katata Kamma, which will give result in order, right? So any of these can give result. So when Garuka Kamma give result, which javana will give result is always can be 7th javana, no? Next life, immediately next life. So the kamma we accumulate in this life, the 7th javana, if it is Garuka Kamma, the 7th javana will give result. For Asana, Achinna also similar, 7th javana will give result. But for Katata is anywhere from 2nd to 5th also possible, 7th javana also possible. So this is the second group. Then the third group we learned is very important. The first one is producing kamma. See there, Janaka, producing kamma, right? So this kamma produce new life, and also it can produce kammaja rupa throughout our life. So right now you all have eyes, you can see me, but this eye is arising. Immediately when it arises, it passes away. This chakku pasada over here, right? It arises and it passes away. Then new chakku pasada again arise in the same place, pass away, arise, pass away. So why after it pass away, new chakku pasada can again arise? Why? What is the reason? Janaka kamma. Because the power of the kamma still active. So throughout our life, new kalapas can form. Although they are keep on passing away, but always new kalapas are always forming. In this way, we can have this perception of being alive, but actually there is no such thing as me or my, right? Because of this reason, we have this idea that I was the same person 10 years ago. Now also I am the same person. After 10 years ago, I will also be the same person. But in reality, we are dying every second. Every second, new person. That is the reality. So because of Janaka Kamma, then Upathambaka. Upathambaka is supporting Kamma. So it will support this Janaka Kamma. Like yesterday, I also explained with Sampati and Vipatti, right? So if we have good destination, so some Kusala is producing result. So other Kusala will support this Kusala to have good life. Then there is another frustrating Kamma. So this frustrating Kamma will give problem to this Kusala. So although we are human, we can enjoy many things, we can eat good food, but sometimes we have stomach problem. Sometimes we are sick. Sometimes we have to experience bad things. Why? Because some akusala kamma will give problem to this kusala kamma which is giving result right now. Then there is the fourth one called upaghataka, which will cut off all the kusala, or if it is akusala, kusala can cut off these akusala. So opposite kamma. So they will cut off and do. So after understanding all these things, we also understood about sampati and vipatti. So kala, you remember yesterday's stanza? Okay, please say yesterday's stanza. Kalopadipa yoganang gatiyacha yatharahang. Okay, please repeat. Kalopadipa yoganang gatiyacha yatharahang sampatincha vipatincha kammamagama pacchati. No? So this is how kamma will mature based on sampati and vipatti. So what are the sampati and vipatti? Kala, upadi, payoga and gati. So based on these, kamma will pacchati, kamma will ripen. So now having all revised, our revision finished. So please keep these things in mind. No? Now when we are going to learn about this sutta, this is very important to understand this sutta. So okay, let us begin with Chula Kamma Vibhanga Sutta. So this sutta is in Uparipannasa Pali, Majjhima Nikaya. Uparipannasa Pali, Vibhanga Vaggo, Chula Kamma Vibhanga Sutta. So if you want to study, you can study by yourself. I have given you the source, no, where you can find this sutta. So you can open in the app Majjhima Sutta Pitaka, Majjhima Nikaya, Uparipannasa Pali, then Vibhanga Vagga, Chula Kamma Vibhanga Sutta. Then you will reach to this sutta and you can study by yourself. I think for people in Sri Lanka, very easy. They have all the material in their own language. So they can read. Even the commentaries they have in their own language. So very good. But for us, for those who don't understand Pali, maybe have to search maybe some translated suttas. I think this sutta has been translated, so you can find and study. So one time, this sutta took place in Jetavana. So the Buddha was dwelling in Jetavana monastery, and at that time there was one Brahmana. His name is Subha Brahmana. So this Subha Brahmana went to the Buddha. He went to the Buddha and he asked question regarding the Kamma. Okay. So now when we see the commentary, what does the commentary explain here is the commentary says, why did Subha go to the Buddha? For what reason did Subha wanted to go to the Buddha and ask questions related to the Kamma? So the commentary mentions King Pasenadi had one Purohita, minister or a counselor. So his name was Todeya, okay, Todeya Brahmana. So this Todeya Brahmana was the counselor or Purohita of this King Kosala, King of Kosala, Pasenadi, King Pasenadi. So because he is the counselor of the king, he could counsel many things. So he was very rich. This Todeya was very rich, big mansion, very rich, and he had accumulated a lot of properties. He was very rich, but he was very stingy, very stingy. Even one spoon of porridge, even one spoon of rice, he never offered to the bhikkhu who come for Pindapata in his house. Although he was so rich, he never offered. Why? He think, offering something, I have nothing to gain. So no, I cannot offer. I don't have anything to gain when I offer. So I will not offer. And he was very stingy. Even his property with his family, he never shared. He never shared anything. So, owning to this Matcharya, no? Stinginess is Matcharya. You know? You understand? Don't want to share your property with other people. Matcharya. So, even there is the time of the Buddha. He living in Savatthi, very rich person, but even one spoon of porridge, he never offered to the bhikkhus. Then, owning to this Matcharya, he passed away. Then, where did he reborn? He was reborn in the womb of the dog in his own house, in his own home, because he also have so much attachment with his property, with house, everything, and he has stinginess. So all the kammas give him new namarupa of a dog. So he was born as a dog. But his son Subha was very attached with this dog, maybe because past life father and son. Now this life, owner and dog. So, you know, Subha used to feed the dog from his own plate. The food Subha is eating, he used to feed the dog. Even when they are sleeping, they used to sleep in the same bed. So this dog also was enjoying, you know, although as a dog he was enjoying. Then one day the Buddha, he have intention, okay, what should I do? Whom should I help? Then he enter into his meditation, he scan the world. Then he see, Todeya passed away and now he is reborn as a dog. Okay? Todeya passed away and now he is reborn as a dog. And also if I go this place for Pindapata, Subha will be, so it is a good condition for this Subha Brahmana to have faith in the true Dhamma. And he will ask deep questions regarding Kamma. So it will be beneficial for many other beings. So Buddha understood this. So because of this reason, Buddha decided to go Pindapata in their home. So the Buddha went for Pindapata. Then on the way, what happened? When the Buddha arrived to their gate, maybe the dog barking a lot. Then Buddha just approached near the dog. And the Buddha said to the dog, You Todeya, although in your past life you never give any donation to any bhikkhu, and because of those akusala kamma and stinginess, you already reborn as a dog. Still as a dog you are barking me and don't want me to come dana in your house. You will go to hell, be careful. Buddha admonished him in this way. Then this dog also suddenly realized, the Buddha know I am Todeya from my past life. So he also silent and his tail also go between his legs. His tail go between his legs and he go away, remaining silent. He because that dog is in shock that the Buddha knows about his past life. But this conversation, Subha, he heard. So how will we feel if someone tell our father is a dog? Not happy. Our father passed away, and if someone say your father now reborn as this dog, we will not feel happy, right? So similarly, Subha was also not happy. Then he said, why did this Gotama? At that time, he is a Brahmana. The Subha is Brahmana. He is not Buddhist. So he don't have faith for Buddha. Why this Gotama telling lie about my dog and my father? Why is he telling lie that my father is reborn as a dog? I will confront him and I want proof. So he go to monastery. When he went to the monastery, then he asks, based on what grounds did you accuse of my father being reborn as a dog? You don't have any proof. What is the proof? Give me proof. So if Buddha cannot give him proof, then Buddha is lying, right? Buddha is Musawada. So to prove that Buddha is lying, Subha asks, based on what grounds did you accuse like this? Then Buddha said, okay, so tomorrow when you go back to your home, you cook rice, cook milk. First you boil the milk a lot. Then when the milk is very thick, when the milk becomes very thick, you put rice. You mix rice, then you give to this dog until his stomach is very full. You feed him a lot. Then when he eats full, then he is sleepy, heavy, very heavy food and sleepy. So yogis, please don't eat milk with rice, otherwise you cannot meditate. Maybe you also sleep. So then you will know the truth. Who is he? Then when he is asleep, you just go and you tell, Father, please show me where you hide all the treasures. Please show me. So when you ask him like that, because he is half asleep, he will show you. Okay, in this way the Buddha instructs Subha. So the Subha went to his home, prepared the milk, put the rice and feed the dog. Then, because Todeya in his past life, he did not share any property to his son. He had dig up a hole, he put all the treasure under the ground and he covered it with grass. Then he passed away. So nobody knows where is the treasure. Then now he's reborn as the dog. So he was sleeping after eating full stomach, very heavy sleeping. Then Subha just went near to the dog and he said, Father, please, we need the treasure. Where did you hide the treasure, Father? Please show me. Then this dog, half asleep, he just go in the area and he start digging a little bit. Then, okay, after that, then Subha started digging. Subha started digging and he find the treasure. So when Subha found this treasure, what happened? He have faith in the Buddha. So this dog really is my father. And the power of Buddha is incomprehensible. He can know all this detail. I really pay respect to his Sabbanyutanyana. So in this way, Subha said, I really pay respect to his Sabbanyutanyana. Why? Because the Buddha can know everything. Then what happened? Subha have intention now. He wants to go to the Buddha and ask question. Because he have deep question regarding the Dhamma. His father, although was so rich, although was so good, but he was reborn as a dog. So sometimes we are reborn here, sometimes we are reborn there. Sometimes we are reborn, his father very rich in one life, now very poor as a dog, right? Sometimes we are poor, sometimes we are rich. So Subha have all this kind of thinking, but he don't have any answers to these questions. So because of this thing, the commentary explains Subha went to the Buddha for this sutta. Okay, so what was the cause for Subha going to this sutta is, this is the backstory. So when you hear Subha Manava Buddha Upasankamitva in the sutta, when you read this passage, it is the meaning. This is the story. So after that, when Subha arrived to the Buddha, he sat in one appropriate place, paid homage to the Buddha, and he asked the question regarding Kamma. So Bhante, I want to know why there are beings in the world who are, some are inferior, some are superior in many different ways. So I would like to know what are the reasons for the beings to be such separate. Okay, so the first group he asks is, why some are Digayuka, Appayuka. So why some have short life and so why some beings have long life. You know, we see some beings who can live like Saroji, 91, still alive. But we can see some Samanera here we have. He was just 16, 17 years old. He have to pass away, you know. So some have long life, some have short life. Why, Buddha? Why? What is the reason? He asks. This is the first group. Then he again asks, why some are sick, some are healthy. So we can see, right? Some people naturally very healthy. Although they don't do exercise, although they don't eat healthy, although they don't care about their body, but they are always healthy. But some people, although they take care of their health so much, always sick. So Subha have this question, why? So the second group is, why some are sick, why some are healthy. The third group, why some are ugly, why some are beautiful. Then the fourth group, why some are influential and why some are not influential. Then the fifth group, why some are rich, why some are poor. Then another group, why some are high-born, why some are low-born. Then the last one, why some are stupid and why some are wise. So these are the 7 groups, no? 7 groups, right? You already write down? 7 groups of inferior and superiority. Inferior, superior. So these 7 groups, based on what kammas do beings are separated in this way. So what did the Buddha answer? The Buddha answered very nicely. When he finished this question, the Buddha answered, Kamma sako, kamma daya, do, kamma yoni, kamma bandhu, kamma pati saranoti, manavo subha. Finish. This is the Buddha's answer. He finished. So I also answer like this. You should understand this is the answer. Why they are like this is Kamma sako, kamma daya, do, kamma yoni, kamma bandhu, kamma pati sarano. Kamma is the, kamma sako, kamma is owner. Kamma daya, do, kamma is the leader. Kamma yoni, kamma gives you life. Kamma bandhu, kamma, we are bounded by kamma, and kamma pati sarano. We have kamma as our refuge. That is why beings are inferior and superior in these 14 ways. So the commentary again gives example. Why the Buddha just answer in this way? Because he is the Buddha. He should teach someone very nicely, right? To be able to understand clearly. But why Buddha just answer in this very brief way? So the commentary gives explanation is, you know, Brahmin have a lot of mana. So Brahmins have a lot of mana. So the Buddha also know about this. These Brahmins, they have very high mana. So if I give him answer directly, he will think, oh, I also knew about these. The Buddha did not say anything extra. I also knew. So to avoid this, to make him humble, the Buddha gave this answer, very brief, because of this kamma. Then Subha did not understood what the Buddha was telling. So Subha, again, he have to be humble. So he said, Bhante, I am sorry I could not understand your brief teaching. Please, out of compassion, teach me in detailed way. Bhante, please teach me in detail. So when Subha asks in that way, then the Buddha say, okay, listen carefully, now I am about to talk. Tang sunatha sadhu kang manasi karohi bhasi samiti. So this is the way the Buddhas tell people. Okay, now I am about to speak. You listen carefully, with attention. No? So, if you do not have attention, you will not understand. Right? So, whenever, this is the way we should listen to the Dhamma. It's also the teaching. If you see in commentary, they say, this is the right way to listen to Dhamma. There are many ways which are wrong. So there is right way to listen to Dhamma. So one of the right way is you should be paying attention to the person who is speaking. Right? You should always pay attention to this person. For example, if you are listening to Dhamma and you are also meditating, then that is not proper way. Why? Because you are meditating, okay, you are watching your breath, also listening Dhamma. You cannot understand the Dhamma properly, you cannot know the breath also properly. Right? The mind cannot take both objects at the same time. So this also is not fulfilled properly. So meditation is not on the time when we are doing Dhamma. So you should meditate, of course, but with open eyes and attentively. So if the Bhante is talking about 5 aggregates, okay, open eyes, try to see 5 aggregates. Yeah? What is, like when we are doing chanting also. No? Today was what sutta? Anatta Lakhana Sutta. So the Buddha was teaching about 5 aggregates. To discern 5 aggregates as anicca, dukkha, anatta. Anicca. So yeah, during chanting, if you can, you should chanting. But as Buddha is teaching us, you should also, okay, rupang bhikkhave anatang, like this. Okay, you should take any rupa. Okay, eye, ear, nose, tongue, body. Then you should contemplate anatta. But no need to close eyes together with chanting. So that is the proper way. Otherwise you will not. Otherwise you will sleep sometimes. You are trying to meditate, also listening to Dhamma. Then your virya not so strong. You will sleep. Then what happened? You will not listen to Dhamma also. You will not be able to meditate properly also. So what is the benefit, right? Not so when you close your eyes and try, so usually people, I see some people sleeping when listening to Dhamma talk. So that is very unbeneficial for them. So this is the correct way. That's why the Buddha always says, listen to me attentively and carefully. Now I am about to speak. So what did the Buddha say? Those who have habit of killing, those who enjoy killing, those who catch weapon and kill other beings, when their body is break up, they will be reborn in hell. They will be reborn in hell. But for some case, if they reborn as a human, they will have short life. So this is the first teachings of the Buddha. So if someone have done killing panati pata kamma in their past, so if that kamma can give result, for example, if the upapajja vedaniya kamma can give result, it will give result as hell. But okay, let's say some asana kamma or achinna kamma arise in their near death moment, which will produce life, no? So that is the janaka kamma now. So this janaka kamma is kusala. He is reborn as a human But the whole life he did akusala. He was killing. So all these akusala karma will become upapilaka karma for this janaka karma. So for this kusala, it will give problem. So what is the problem? Maybe that karma cannot give full result. So it will be, their life will be short. In this way, for example, you know Venerable Mahamoggalana. So in one of his past life, he was a farmer. Then he married a lady. We don't know who this lady is, okay? Maybe some random person he met in samsara. So we don't know who she is, but he was married to this lady, and although he was because he was fulfilling parami for a long time, so Bhante Mahamoggalana's heart was very soft. So his father and his mother were very old and blind. So he was taking care of them every day. And also his wife have to take care of them every day. But you know, the wife, I don't know, she is not happy with husband's mother and husband's father. Their mother-in-law and father-in-law. Maybe not her own parents. So maybe she is not happy, take care of others. So always she used to complain. Oh, your mother did this, your father did this, I have to do this for your mother, I have to do this for... Every day complaining to future Venerable Mahamoggalana. He also tried to explain her, no, you should be patient, they are old, they are blind, they are my mother, they are my father, please have patience. But no, every day listening to same complaint. So what happened? His mind changed. Puggalopi upanisaya pachayena pachayo. See? Even to someone like Bhante Mahamoggalana, who have already fulfilled parami for more than one asankhya at this point. More than one asankhya, he already fulfilled parami. But because of wrong association, his wife, what he do? Complain, every day complain. So you take them to the forest and kill them. So you and me can live happily. See, she told him like that. Then he also agreed. Then one day he say, okay, mother, father, let us go to another place. I will take you to some other place. We are moving house, something like that. He make one excuse. Then he put them in the caravan, and he was riding the caravan. So they are sitting behind in the caravan. He's riding. So in the middle of the forest, he stopped. Then he make noises like some bandits and some robbers come to attack him. But actually there's no one. He just makes sound by himself. His father, mother both are blind. So they don't know. They cannot see. They can only hear. So he hit the ground, make sound like fighting. Then what he did, he pulled his mother outside. He pulled his father outside. Start beating them also to kill them. Puggalopi upanisaya pachayena pachayo. Because of his wife always complaining, he went to kill his mother and father. But while beating them, what did they shout? You know, they shout, my son, run away, don't care about us, run away, you save your life. They are shouting that. His son is beating them, but they think some robber are beating, right? The parents don't know because they cannot see. So out of compassion to their son, they are shouting, my son, run away. Don't try to protect us. We are old already. You run away. You save your life. So when his mother and father started shouting in this way, he cannot beat anymore. Then just leaving them in the forest to die, he go back. Big akusala. Very, very. What is the karma now? Garuka karma. So when he was beating them, how many javana arise and perish? How many chittavithi arise and perish? Millions and millions, billions and billions. So all these have Ditta Dhamma, Upapaja and Aparapariya. So millions of seventh Javana, millions of first Javana, and millions of the middle 5 Javana have arisen. So all this can give result. So after death, what happened to him? Hell, of course, because Garuka Kamma already, he cannot avoid. He went to hell for long time. Avici, no other place. Avici. Many thousands and thousands of years he was burning in Avici. After that, he come up. So I already explained to you how a beings escape from Avici, right? So from Avici, Gutha, Sitha, like that, in this way, he go to different hells. Then finally, he is reborn as animal. Same thing happened to Venerable Mahamoggallana to be. So when he was born as animal, still there are so many kammas, right? So only one Javana become Janaka. All the millions of Janaka, all the millions of other Javana become supporting the dukkha. So wherever, and also will be Gati, Vipatti. So all his kusala, he have accumulated parami for so long, cannot give result. So always akusala are giving result because of Gati, Vipatti. And all the akusalas are always supporting. So more than 200 lives as an animal he was cut. He was beaten to death. Sometimes his skull was cracked. Sometimes he was killed. Sometimes beaten to death. More than 200 lives. Then like that, go to hell, come to animal, kill, be beaten up, go to hell, come up, hell, come. In this way, many, for a long time. But luckily, he had also done so much parami. So in his final life, he was able to be reborn, human. But when he was human, what happened? Still that kamma give, like upapilaka, give problem to his last life. So his skin was very black. Venerable Mahamoggallana's skin was dark skin. Until the last life. Then also when he became Arahanta, still the kamma not finished. What happened? You know, Buddha had many rivals, no? We call Tithiya, other sectarians. You know, at the starting of Vasa, I also gave you one story, right? How Purana Kassapa challenged the Buddha with fighting in psychic power. You remember? Beginning of Vasa, I gave this Dhamma talk, right? So, like that, there were many other, like Purana Kassapa, Ajita Kesala Kamba, and also Makkali Gosala, these teachers who were also self-proclaimed Arahanta. So, they think because of Mahamoggallana, the Buddha, many people are following the Buddha because he is always shows psychic power to everybody. Because of Mahamoggallana, everybody are going to Buddha party. Nobody come to our party. Everybody go to Buddha side. We should kill him. So why they have this idea is because of this kamma. He killed his mother and father. That's why they have this kind of intention to hurt Mahamoggallana Bhante. So seven times they try. 6 times Bhante Moggallana used psychic power, he ran away. But 7th time, that kamma stopped him from entering any jhana. He lose all of his jhana. Even Arahanta, like Bhante Mahamoggallana, when that kamma become upapilaka, when it can give problem, even Bhante Mahamoggallana cannot enter jhana because it stopped. It give problem to his jhana. Then he cannot do psychic power. They come and they beat him. They beat him until all the bones in his body are dust. But he did not die. Maybe almost about to die. But then he could enter jhana again. Then he used psychic power to recover himself. Then when he recovered himself, he think, oh, this is this way, living in this way is not beneficial for others, because he feels so sad. All these people who beat him have accumulated very bad karma. So living in this way is very bad for other beings. So out of compassion for other beings, also he checked his own lifespan, not so long remaining. So he went to the Buddha, asked for parinibbana, then he entered parinibbana. So because he killed, after hell, wherever he was born, he was always killed by other, right? He had very short life. Whichever animal he was born in, killed, always short life, always short. Even in his last life, he passed away earlier than Buddha, earlier than Bhante Sariputta. He passed away early. So in this way, if you are a killer, you will have short life. So Buddha explained to Subha in this way. Okay, now one more story about long life. Okay, Appa Ayuka we finish now. Digayuka. So the Buddha said, one who does not catch any weapon, one who have thrown away all the weapons, and one who have promised to not kill, who lives in compassion for other beings, and who do miss a good conduct through body, speech and mind, these people will have long lives. So those who practice Panati Pata Veramani, these people will have long life. So there is one Bhante, maybe you don't know him. He is not so famous in general people's mind. Venerable Panchasila Samadhana. You know him? His name is only Panchasila Samadhana. In the one Asankhya ago, in the time of Atthadassi Buddha, what happened? This Bhante was very poor at that time. He was not bhikkhu, very poor. So during the time of Atthadassi Buddha, he learned about 5 precepts. Then he keep 5 precepts without breaking his precepts, very pure, for 100,000 years. Because at that time human lifespan 100,000. So he could maybe even, I think 100,000 Atthadassi Buddha. So he could keep his precepts for 100,000 years without breaking. And also he practiced meditation up to Sankharupe Jnana. Because of that reason, he never had to go to any woeful state for one asankhya until our Buddha time. Always Deva Brahma, human. Why? Gati Sampatti happened. Because of Gati Sampatti, all his strong kusala only give result. Right? Akusala cannot give result. Always Gati Sampatti. That is one factor. Then another factor is Payoga Sampatti. Here. What was his Payoga? What was his action? Sila. His Sila was very good. He have good Sila, good action. So that Sila, that Payoga, that action come from life after life, become habit. So if you have habit of practicing Sila in this life, naturally, for sure in your past life, you have practiced Sila. That's why this life you are happy to practice Sila. Habit from past life come to this life. Because of that Sampatti come here. Now this life, naturally you are happy to practice Sila, will carry over to next life. You will be virtuous. If you are happy to meditate in this life, what will happen in your next life? You will be happy to meditate because you have habit of meditation. So in this way, habit also transfer from one life to another. Similarly, Sampatti. Because of Sampatti, Akusala could not give result, only Kusala give result. And also because of this Payoga Sampatti, Gati Sampatti, all his Kusala give result. So for one Asankhya and 100,000 kappa, he experienced 3 things. long life. Whichever realm he was reborn in, he always had long life. He could have Mahabhoga, they say. Mahabhoga means he can experience great pleasure wherever he was born. Either human, he had a lot of pleasures. Either Deva, a lot of pleasure. And third one, because he had also meditated up to Sankarupe Kanyana, every life he was endowed with wisdom. He was very smart and he was very wise. So, this is the story of Venerable Pancha Sila. So, in our Buddha time, he became Arahanta with 4 analytical knowledge. Pati Sambhida Patta Arahanta, we call in Pali, with Pati Sambhida Jnana. No? So, this was his story. Then there is another one, very nice story in Dhammapada. Abhivadana silasa nichang buddha pachaino chattaro dhamma vadanti ayuvanno sukham balang. Everybody know this stanza, right? Very famous. What is the meaning? Abhivadana silasa nichang buddha pachaino. Those who are happy to keep sila. Those who have habit to keep sila, those who are happy to pay respect to their elders. 4 things always they receive, always 4 things improve. Vadanti. Chattaro dhamma vadanti. 4 dhammas always improve. Ayu, Vanna, Sukha, Bala. So, when did the Buddha give this stanza? Dhammapada. Oh, you only know the stanza, you don't know the story. La. Okay, now you will know the story. So, there was two ascetics, friends, no? 2 friends, ascetic. They were good in meditation. They were happy with meditation. But one ascetic, I don't know why, he wanted to disrobe. Then maybe because of lady. So he disrobed and he married. Then when he married, these 2, they are married. But they go to the other ascetic who was his friend before as the teacher, no? So when they are married, these 2 go to this ascetic for teachings and everything. So they have a son. The son just born. So this son, when he was just born, okay, let's take to our teacher. No, that is the custom. When you have a baby, if you take to Bhante or you take to someone for blessing, right? So this son also they took for blessing. But this ascetic, he saw, then he said to this family, to mother and father, okay, may you live long. But to the children, he did not say anything. He just remained silent. Okay, may you be well and happy, like that. May you not live long, something like that. Then they ask, why you not say, may you live long to my son? But please say. Then they say, no, I cannot say that. Why? Because your son have only 7 days of lifespan. He can only be alive for 7 days as a human. I cannot see his life more than 7 days. Now they are very sad. Just born today. Now he is going to die in 7 days. How to do? Please help. Then he said, I don't know the way, how to change this course. I cannot help, but there is a Buddha. You can go and ask him. He knows everything. So they take this child to the Buddha. Then they also ask for blessing. The Buddha also, may you live long, to the mother and father. But to this child, the Buddha remained silent. The Buddha did not say anything. Then they also asked why. The Buddha said he has only 7 days of life remaining. So when we see in the commentary mentions here is actually this child, his life actually, some akusala kamma was giving problem to his Janaka Kamma, which give life as a human. So there was another akusala kamma affecting the lifespan of this kamma. But if this akusala We can remove this akusala by only one way, right? What is the way to remove this akusala? Only one way.
Heavy wholesome karma.
Kalopadipa yoganang gatiyacha yatharahang sampatincha vipatincha kammamagama pachati payoga sampati. Right? Action. Other things we cannot change, but action we can change. But so if we do proper kusala action, it will affect, this akusala is affecting, right, to his life. So he have only 7 days now. Is affecting his Janaka Karma. But if Payoga Sampati is very strong, then this akusala will be null. Then kusala can give results. So Buddha saw this. Buddha saw this. Only the Buddha can see. Even other bhikkhus who have psychic power cannot see. This is the domain of Buddha, who can check everything in such detail, who can understand everything in such detail. Other people cannot see how to change the course of karma. Then the Buddha, when they say, what can we do? Then the Buddha say, okay, you should build one small hall in front of your house, and you should invite bhikkhus for every day until this boy is alive. Every day for 7 days you call all bhikkhus. Sometimes I will send 6 bhikkhus, sometimes 18 bhikkhus, like that. I will send whoever are free, so they will do chantings and all these things. So you bring this child and you do dana, you take sila and you listen to parita chanting. So 7 days pass by, this child listen to all these paritas. So what is his action? Although he is small, but you know, the mother and father, everybody are doing good action, wholesome action, payoga sampatti. Then the last day the Buddha came himself with many arahantas. Then the Buddha himself started chanting parita. So when the Buddha came, what happened? Many deva follow the Buddha. So actually there is one yakha who wants to eat this child. That's why he is about to die. After 7 days, this yakha will eat this child. But when the Buddha himself came, what happened? Many strong devas, brahmas, follow the Buddha. So this yakha, he was not so strong. So according to seniority, deva also stay in line. So this yakha was 12 yojana away. He cannot come near this child because so many devas, so many brahmas, he cannot come. He was 12 yojana far. Then this yakha cannot come, cannot eat, cannot kill this child. Then after finishing parita, what did the Buddha say? May you live long. The Buddha said to the child, may you live long. Then his parents, very happy, they asked, Bhante, how long will my son be alive? Then the Buddha, 120 years. Then, 120 years. Then, what happened? What was his name? Digayu Vadda Kumara, no? Digayu Vaddana Kumara. That was his name. So you can see, you can read this story in Dhammapada commentary. Then the Buddha uttered, what stanza the Buddha uttered? Abhivadana silasa nichang buddha pachaino chattaro dhamma vadanti ayuvanno sukham balam. In this way, the Buddha uttered this stanza. So this is the story of having long life. So now you know the reasons of having short life and having long life. So today, because the time has finished, we will stop our discussion here, and may you all be able to understand karma and karma results based on this practice meditation, so that you can attain nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, let us share merit. Idam me punyang asavakkaya vahang hotu. Idam me punyang nibbanasa pachayo hotu mama punya bhagang sabha satana bhajemi te sape me samang punya bhagang labhantu sadhu sadhu sadhu.